I'm Len Jennings with KMBC.
And I'm Haley Harrison. Welcome to Get Schooled Playing Hooky, the second annual Get Schooled event benefiting Lead to Read KC. Last year, we raised significant funding for Lead to Read KC's reading and mentoring program at Get Schooled. Although we can't be together in person for a traditional gala this year, there is still a great need to support Lead to Read KC. In fact, the need is greater than ever.
We're going to spend just a few minutes with you now, sharing news about what Lead to Read KC is doing to meet the growing literacy needs of children in Kansas City.
Lead to Read KC mobilizes community volunteers to read one-on-one with children on a weekly basis. These volunteer reading mentors support the social, emotional, and reading skills that are fundamental for student success. Len and I have both spent time in the classroom volunteering with Lead to Read KC. We've seen firsthand just how important this program is.
Did you know that fewer than half of the third graders in Kansas City are reading on grade level? Students who can't read by third grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. And 85% of youth in the juvenile justice system are functionally illiterate.
The good news is that Lead to Read KC is helping move the needle on third grade literacy. In a recent survey, 98% of teachers reported that their students' attitudes about reading were improving because of the weekly reading sessions, and 92% reported that their students' reading abilities were improving. The program truly makes a difference.
Today's pandemic has disrupted classroom learning.
To continue to serve students during this time of historic need, Lead to Read KC is pursuing a parallel path, offering a digital reading program with a virtual volunteering experience this fall, and continuing their traditional in-school program when the time is right. They need funding to make that happen. Please help if you can.
Next, we'll hear from those involved with the program, starting with Lead to Read KC Executive Director Polly Hart.
Lead to Read KC is building bridges across the community. When caring adults connect with students and they bond over books, eyes and hearts are opened. And the children are meeting adults who are coming from backgrounds that may be different from their own. And they're building relationships, positive relationships, week after week. The need for reading and mentoring support today is greater than ever. Due to COVID-19 school closures, forecasts are predicting a 30% loss in reading skills from one year to the next. That's why we're pleased to offer a digital program this fall. Our volunteers will become virtual volunteers, serving students at our partner schools. They will be able to share a screen and see each other, hear each other, and read together. Our digital program won't replace our traditional in-school program. We're eager to get back into the classroom as soon as the schools are ready. Moving to a digital platform involves additional costs. Your support today will help us have a successful transition to the virtual format. Thank you to Burns & McDonnell, our presenting sponsor for Get Schooled Playing Hooky, and thank you to all of our community donors and volunteers who help make our programming possible.
Recently, they reached back out to me, and I was really excited because I missed it in my schedule. It is such a nice break from work. I couldn't imagine, honestly, a better way to spend my lunch break. But they reached out and said that they had a pilot program going on, and they wanted to do Lead to Read virtual. And I was gung-ho for it, and we've been using the Hootsuite app, and it's been very simple, easy to use. I just search my student's name and click call, and we're ready to go. And so now I have another student, and we're beginning to build a relationship, and it's awesome.
After the winter, the children wanted to start playing summer sports, throwing and catching practice.
Let's talk about some of the key impacts from the program during the 2019-2020 school year.
1,100 students were paired with a reading mentor.
More than 500 hours of one-on-one reading and mentoring support were provided to students each week.
16 schools and 58 classrooms were served.
And more than 6,000 books were distributed to students and teachers.
We know that with your help, Lead to Read KC will continue helping students build a brighter future. Now we're going to hear from students and reading mentors about their experience in Lead to Read.
Hi, my name is Reagan. I'm excited because I'm gonna go with Miss Rainey, and she's funny, and we like to read together. It calms me down, And if it's really interesting, then I'll stick to it. When I read, it makes me happy.
Every time I walk in the door, she's just like, Morgan, and she whips out her books, and she's sounding out some really hard words, so it's cool to see her improve.
And reading is something that's going to be fundamental for them for the rest of their lives. I mean, to me, that's an important first step. And it's a small step, but it's an important one. Eventually, someone's going to ask me, what good have you done? And this is, at least I can say, well, I helped a few kids learn how to read when they really needed the help.
You can see how much children in our community are benefiting from Lead to Read KC. Len and I are joined by many organizations and community leaders who are supporting Lead to Read KC. This year, we're thrilled that Burns and McDonnell is the presenting sponsor for Get Schooled. Next up, you'll hear from the co-chairs for this year's Get Schooled campaign.
My experience with Lead to Read KC has been very fulfilling in the respect that every time that you go into the building, you see the child's face light up when you're walking down the hallway, and I just get a major thrill out of getting to see them get excited about seeing somebody come in and knowing that you're going to get to spend time with them.
Financially supporting Lead to Read KC right now in 2020 when we have this COVID crisis is doubly important. And that's because Lead to Read KC, under the leadership of Polly Hart and its board, have developed the best volunteer group in Kansas City supporting literacy. I'm very proud that Burns McDonnell is the presenting sponsor for Lead to Read's Get Schooled fundraising campaign this year, because this year it's critical that we don't stop providing financial support, and we help with the digital transition, and we keep focused on those children. And so I'm very proud of our organization.
As a reading volunteer, we started out as floaters, so we read with different kids each week. We filled in. So we read with kids who were at very different reading levels, from very early readers to very experienced readers. This last year, I took on a regular student, and it was just really, really fun to get to know him, to watch his reading skills and his reading confidence develop through the year. I've thought about him a lot since the schools have closed down. I just hope he's still reading. I hope he's staying healthy and staying safe, and it's just been, I've kind of missed him.
The pivot that we're in the middle of, it could not be a more important time for this organization. And the organization from a board level and a structural level, we're working with Polly and the team very hard to continue to build the base and continue to build an organization that can grow to support this need, and the need that we're supporting now is a tip of the iceberg for what we could be doing in Kansas City.
It's just such an important time to support the students and to support this program, and to just make sure that the kids are still reading and still getting that connection, even if it's on a virtual or digital platform.
Kansas City's third grade literacy problem is too big and too multifaceted for schools to solve alone. Now more than ever, students need community support.
Will you join us by sponsoring a student? $200 provides 1 year of reading and mentoring support. $100 sponsors a semester. Any amount is welcome and appreciated. Make a donation today or become a reading mentor.
Or do both. Lead to Read KC is creating a community of readers one lunch hour at a time. We hope we can count on your support. Thank you.